Hey everybody, Brannon Beliso here. Success truly doesn't sleep. It's going on 10 o'clock. I got here today at the Millbrook location around 10 a.m. Had to cover some shifts because we're having our Interschool tournament tomorrow, and it was important we didn't push people into overtime. I've really learned one of the things that can kill a business is payroll. Payroll can get huge, especially when people work in the seventh day, they're working overtime, things of that nature. So you want to be mindful of that. We're really working on that as a business and a company because we know as a business, our biggest expenses are rent, payroll, things like that. So we're trying to be mindful of our payroll. So that meant I needed to come in. I helped support in some of the classes. I taught kickboxing. We had a birthday party, which I ran, so some of the team could go home earlier. Then after the birthday party, we set up for the tournament. So here's pretty much most of it. I'm just going to kind of give you a little overview of it. So here's the Excellent Kids division. Man, we got all the way through. We got 16 divisions of those. And then moving into youth and adult tournament roster. Let's see if I can focus that better. K1 is for kata. Look at all these kata divisions. Right into sparring. Man, sparring as to K. There's K26, 27, 28. A lot of kata divisions. Family kata, more. Oh, more. There's more. Can we focus on that? K32. All the way to S10 now. K37, 38, 39. K40, there we got 44 kata divisions. Is that insane? And what that's all adding up to is what you see. Oh man, look at that. Take a look at that craziness. And that's not all. This is just first place you're looking at. We have 78 first place trophies. 78 second place trophies. You see they're up and they're down. And I believe it's 60 third place trophies. And for the younger participants in our Excellent Kids division, we will also offer participation trophies. So I don't know, I think there's close to 300 trophies. But look at the quality. First place is about 24 inches high. It's marble. You know, it's really nice design. I mean, it's a really beefy trophy. And for kids of that age group, they're used to getting these little bitty medals and these small baseball trophies. So to walk away with something like this, I really talk a lot about creating that Disney experience, those memorable experiences. That's a pretty hefty trophy. Second place isn't far behind at about 20 inches, but it's not the double column. And then third place doesn't quite have the same beef. But you see where I'm going with all this? Powerful. I mean, these trophies are very powerful, and that says a lot. Now, let me kind of run you through our Excellent Kids division. What it is, it's a decathlon. The Excellent Kids division is a decathlon. I wrote an article on this in MA Success, but if you can get it live for me, and this is going to help you with your tournament, so be it. Okay, so the first division is fitness. The first event. So they're going to start on this dot. They're going to run back and forth for 30 seconds from dot to dot to dot. Every time they hit a dot, that's 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. And they have 30 seconds to hit as many dots as possible. Cool? Now let's say hypothetically they hit that dot over there and they're on like, I don't know, 10. Now each dot is worth 1 point, but there's 4 squares total, 4 Swain mats. So that would be 10 times 4 is 40. Everybody with me on that? I hope you are. So we times it by the number of mats. See, because let's say hypothetically I get this far and it says time. Okay, so now we're back to 10 times 4, right? Because they ran back and forth 10 times. So that's 40, and they got as far as here. So guess what their score would be? Can anybody type it in there? Type it in there. What's their score? What's their score? So they hit the dot 10 times 4 squares. That made 40. And so they're here. Ooh, how many points did they get? Come on, it's the question of the night. I'm delirious here. What's their score? Anybody? What's their score? 41. And had they gone an extra one, that would have been 42, 43, right? And if they made it all the way over here, 11 times 4 is 44. So that's the first score. And they have a little name tag, and the person facilitating would have wrote, thank you, Boone, would have wrote 41 on their shirt. Now, this is focus. We hold this pad with 2 fingers, one on top, one on bottom, okay? And they've got to punch it straight into this square target, which is about 2 by 2, 18 inches off the ground. If you're 3 and 4 years old, you're 2.5 feet away. Now, believe me, that's not easy for a young kid to do. That's 3 and 4 years old. 3 feet away will be 3.5 feet away will be 5 and 6, and 4 feet away will be 7 and up. We don't have very many excellent kids that are 7 years old, but sometimes you have 1 or 2. So we have 2 of these set up, okay? And this will be the focus. So we just did fitness over there, right? And over here we have focus. Next one over here is teamwork. Now, we had to get some more pads from San Francisco. We ran out, but there'll be 10 of these red square targets sitting in here. 10 red square targets, okay? And the kid's going to stand right here. These are all here marked with a T because we're going to place 1 red square target on top of that. So it's the same for everybody. It's fair. The pads will be in the same place, so it's fair for everybody, okay? For everybody. That's who's there. Hey, what's up, Jin? Jin's our cleaning man. He cleans 7 days a week. Keeps this place beautiful. Okay, so we have these 10 square dots, and we'll put the pads there. Now we have a stopwatch. They have 10 seconds to pick up as many pads as they can and stack them neatly here. So they're learning about teamwork. All right? So they did fitness, they did focus, they did teamwork. Now you see how we're trying to blend it, not do all martial arts events. And we have a second station here. So now we've done 3 events. The 4th event is balance. So they have to stand on this red dot, and the instructor is going to hold this ring. They have to kick through this ring, and while staying on the red pad, on the red dot, and kick this red pad. So the instructor's holding the ring and they're holding the pad. They have 3 attempts. If they start bouncing up and down, we stop them and say that's your first attempt. We take their highest score. So you can get 10, you can only get a certain amount of points on fitness. You can get 10 out of 10 for focus. You could get 10 out of 10 for teamwork. Balance is the big one that separates the kids. Whoever can do the most kicks while standing on one leg normally wins first place in the tournament. Now after that, they run the 4 events. They come over to here. This is our trophy award area. And we'll have a person here tallying up their name tags, because their name tags have 4 scores, right? 4 different scores on it. And then from here, boom, I'll take the trophies, and over the loudspeaker, I will announce it with music going. I personally award every trophy in this tournament. Every trophy. And I take a picture with every kid who wins a trophy. Then we put it in a group, and it goes into our Facebook photo page, as well as parents. Because of the proximity, the parents can stand right there and take a picture of me with their kids. Cool? Cool. And then over here we have staging areas. So after this EK, Excellent Kids division is done, and this is great if you have any preschoolers. It's a powerful way to run a tournament for them. We have what, 18 divisions for Excellent Kids, so they do get involved, and it's a great way to prevent them from actually competing with one another, but it's like a decathlon, so it's kind of cool. Then after we'll break down all this stuff, and as you can see, we have ring 1. And over here we have ring 2 covered up by that cone. We'll put up the judges' chairs there. We'll take down all this stuff. And now there'll be judges sitting there for kata, judges sitting there for kata. And we're set up for sparring, right? Piece of sparring tape there for one person here for sparring. And we can run sparring as well. We like using the Millbrae location because the parents can sit here, all in the waiting area. Now the cool thing about that, and let me share this with you, and I'm going to flip this on you, is people say, wow, how are you going to get 300 people plus their parents into your school? Well, what we do is we have them show up 20 minutes before their division. We tell them that, do not show up any earlier. Show up 20 minutes before your division. We run their ring, and as soon as they're done, they're out. And that's what's neat about it. If it's a Sunday, which it is, that Excellent Kids are going to roll in here at 10 a.m., and they'll be out of here before 10:30, some of them. So it doesn't take up their whole day. Now, the next group comes in and does their kata. Guess what? As soon as that yellow belt finishes kata, they're going to put on their sparring gear and spar in the same ring. It's not like you do kata in the morning and you wait all freaking day long like a regular tournament, and then you spar in the afternoon. It's not going to be that way. I don't think it's efficient. I don't think it's a great experience. They come in, they do their kata, they're going to change into their sparring gear, and they're going to spar. Cool? And that's amazing. I mean, we run this tournament, we've ran it for 17 years. 17 years we've ran this event. And it's one of our hugest retention events. You know, and once I pay payroll, I feed the team, pay for the trophies and stuff, we're still going to profit. I don't know, I think it's something like maybe $5K, something like that. $5K, somewhere in there. You know, so remember, it's more for me, it's a marketing dollar, it's a retention event. It's really not about just being a profitable event. It's really about retention. That's why we go all out. That's why we offer trophies like this. But it's a system, and we've got it timed down. As I said, here's the divisions for excellent kids. Here's all the divisions across for youth karate and adult. And that's crazy. That's 44. Look at that. Let me focus. 44 kata divisions. 44 kata divisions. Cool? All right, so I wanted to open up. Boone, how many volunteers helping? That's a good question, Boone. Only a handful. I mean, everybody that I expect to come out here on a Sunday and work, Boone, I mean, they're being paid. Because it's important that the people that facilitate the tournament are on point, they're experienced, they've been trained, they know what to do. We'll have a couple of volunteers running around helping set up, you know, kids, bringing their groups out, grouping them together, things like that. But just about everybody's paid, Boone. Everybody. And we'll have roughly, I don't know, 10 people on at a time tomorrow. 10 staff people being paid. And I'm okay with that. I want the best experience possible. I mean, you go to Disneyland, I don't see too many volunteers running around. Everybody's an employee there, and they're getting paid for what they do. Good. What do you charge per division? Thank you, Boone. We charge $40 for the first division, and I believe the second division, God, I don't even know anymore. I think it's 25, maybe? 25 for the second division. But first place costs me, I believe, about $24, $25. Second place is about $20. Third place is about $18. And participation's like, I don't know, $12, $14. So if you run it across the board, the average trophy is costing us about $20 or so. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay. As I shared, this is really about a retention event. It's about producing a tournament where the respect is high, you know, where the team quality is high, with the families there. You know, you go to a tournament, you got freaking parents yelling at the judge. You got the judge looking at his cell phone, and one guy's judging the kata ring, looking over at the other ring at his student. I mean, it goes on. And I'm not into any of that madness. Now, I got to respect some of the Japanese tournaments are ran really tight, really well. I love it in their blue coat, their red tie, their white shirt. There's some good quality stuff out there. You know, so it's a balance. Do I make the tournament mandatory? No. Absolutely not. I think it's a choice. Some parents aren't into that at all, and it's not their thing. I'm okay with that. But we really promote it well, as you can see. I mean, this is our biggest trophy count so far. So I'm good with that. What else? Retention is high? Yes, it is. Other questions? Any other questions you got for me? Share this with everybody, okay? Share this with them. You know, I got a lot of great posts today. People are really doing well with their parents' night outs, with getting into the community, with being more social at social media, with really creating that why, with creating a culture, with building a tribe. And I'm telling you, it is the movement. Service is the new profit, and schools are seeing great success. My school alone, 1.8 million between two schools that are 3,700 square feet apiece, no contracts, no upgrades, no belt fees, no enrollment fees, no cancellation fees. But we focus on great curriculum, we focus on great instruction, we focus on creating that Disney experience, we focus on serving at the highest level. That's it. You create an experience that people remember, and they want to create it again and again and again. Do you do this once a year or twice? We used to do it twice a year, and we're thinking about doing it twice a year again. We did the Interschool in April like this, March, and then we did the Fall Classic. So we may go back to doing it twice now that the schools are both growing so much. I looked today, we're at 976. 976 between the two locations. So I think even more the reason now to do two. We used to do two when we had one school. So I think it's going to be a really exciting thing. Yeah, we got a bubble machine. We didn't use it today. We did a birthday party. Cool. Any other questions before I'm out of here? I'll post some live stuff tomorrow so you can see it. I just wanted to share that with you. Anybody that's not doing an interschool tournament, please do one. Even if you've only got 50 to 100 students, you got to start somewhere. Create an amazing event, you know, and people will want it again and again. Cool. It's one of the many retention events that we do. I'm grateful that it is profitable to a small extent, but it's really about retention. It's one of those retention tools that really, really make a huge difference in our schools. Cool? All right, go to brannonbeliso.com for all my services. As I shared, the It's Time Live event from a couple of weeks ago, I saw some of the footage today. It's dynamite. You're going to want to pick up those seminars. I'll post it very soon, what the costs will be, how you can get them. You can download them, watch them again and again and again. Cool? Go to brannonbeliso.com for all my services. Until we talk again, you go out there and live your best life.